Pierce 6 of 15. Defended by Rose. Nice spin by Pierce. Rebound by Allen. He collects his 7th. Perkins. Miller waiting. That's a foul. And technical. Double team.
Now you have to watch this. Now Kendrick Perkins has had a bad shoulder, and he grabbed that left shoulder. We have to watch this because during the seasons he's had some problems with that. Watch what happens. And watch his left shoulder right there.
He holds down his arm, doesn't he?
He holds down his arm, and after the play, and you see him grab that left shoulder.
If you're pulling up and the resistance is right there.
Yeah, that is a very scary play.
It is, absolutely. Miller picks up a foul, his 5th. A technical on Miller and Perkins. 2:53 in overtime, in regulation rather, 91-86. It's Boston. Got ahead of myself there. We've seen so many of them in this series. We're back in Boston time now for the Marines teamwork play of the game. Rondo to Davis. We've seen that a lot, especially in the 3rd quarter.
But Rondo's made some careless turnovers here late in the ball game and given the Chicago Bulls some life. Beautiful give and go here. Big baby with a finish. And when Chicago goes to a small lineup, and I've talked about it before, all those rotations, they're bringing smaller players over to try to defend. And it's going to be very interesting here. Kendrick Perkins, they were really working on that left shoulder during the timeout.
Doug, it is not a career-ending left shoulder injury, but it will be a career problem, they say. He had off-season surgery on that same shoulder. He's at the stripe right now. Calmly nails the first. The Bulls, Doug, have not scored from the field in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, trailing by 6, under 3 to play in regulation. A series which has had 5 of the first 6 games come down to the final play. Will this be a game that will come down to the final play?
He missed game 5 last year, 5 with his shoulder. How about that? He steps up as a 60% shooter, knocks down 2 big free throws.
He's got 15. And a foul on Eddie House. That's number 3 on House.
See, those are the kind of fouls you can't commit. Off the basketball, up 7, and you foul the Bulls' best free throw shooter. You cannot commit those fouls. You've got to force them to make shots from the field.
Gordon is 11 of 11. Chicago has hit 15 consecutive free throws.
Okay, if I'm Boston, I don't shoot jump shots because right now these referees are calling this very close. You want to bail out the defense by shooting a jump shot. You can see right now that the Bulls are taking advantage, getting to the line, and the Celtics have to continue to attack that rim. A ton of time, Kevin, almost 3 minutes to go, and it looks like it's going to be after this free throw, a 5-point game.
The Bulls have made 30 points at the free throw line. Boston has made 17. But in the paint, that's something Doug's been talking about all night long, a huge advantage for the Boston Celtics, 42-14 points in the paint over Chicago. Here's Pierce, Salmons, and Miller trying to defend. House, great fake. Gordon flies by. That is a 3! Eddie House has been spectacular tonight with his 4th three-point hit. 14 points, 8 have come in the 4th quarter. Gordon, switch on defense. Pierce is on Gordon. Doubled by Perkins, who jumps in, picks up a foul. Perkins has, make it as Pierce. They've given it to Pierce, who really pled the case. As you see the 3, Pierce has 3.
How about the bailout pass? Paul Pierce had no place to go. Remember Eddie House hit that first one, and I said, uh-oh, this is a streaky guy. How about tonight, Eddie House, 5 of 5 from the floor, 14 points. The most bench points so far in this series by the Boston Celtics. They have, 26 points. Their previous high was 25 in the Game 3 win in Chicago.
How about the way Pierce was over there, Doug, campaigning for that foul, because here Perkins right there. And sure enough, they put it on Paul Pierce for the 3rd time. Boston bench has been terrific tonight. Struggling in the first 6 games.
Well, big baby's in the game now for Kendrick Perkins. And baby little bit more of a threat to shoot the basketball. You're going to miss the defense at the rim and the rebounding, but a little bit more of an offensive presence. So you see Doc Rivers going with more of an offensive lineup here when he would have always gone with defense before.
It's Allen picked up by Gordon. Ray leaning in to Gordon.
Smart play. Don't settle for a jump shot. The whistles are being blown. Drive that ball to the basket.
It's Gordon who picks up the foul and number 2. Ray Allen at the free throw line, and he is 4 of 4. This is one of the best free throw shooters in the game. 95% over the last handful of months. Always ranked. Perkins will come back in.
It's offensive defensive substitution, so when you get to the foul line, it gives Doc Rivers the freedom to get your defensive player back on the floor. That's exactly what you'd like to do. Red Holzman of the Knicks was one of the first coaches to ever do that. Go offense, defense.
Allen with 17. It's Gordon to Salmon screen. Heinrich, a Miller screen. Closed by Perkins. Kirk Heinrich has just hit a three-point shot. He's got 14 for the game, 14 points for the game. He brings the Bulls to within 5. He's got 12 in this fourth quarter.
How about the poise of the Chicago Bulls here in this Game 7 on the road? There's going to be another foul. Heinrich has got to know that you cannot do that contact. They're calling all those plays, Kevin. They're not allowing you to bump guys coming off screens.
That's the second on Kirk Heinrich.
Now Heinrich here just comes off the dribble, and it's tough for Perkins to get out on that. Ray Allen chasing from behind. But Kirk Heinrich has come to life here in the second half, 14 points. But you can't keep trading hoops here with Chicago. They're trading 3 for 2 right now, but this clock is starting to become the Bulls' enemy here. You don't want to foul Ray Allen.
Allen is 7 of 7 at the free throw line and 19 points. 1:30 to play in regulation. Here comes Scalabrine. He'll quickly check in.
So he's coming in for Perkins, and then what they'll do is they'll switch all screen rolls now. So any of those handoffs or whatever, they'll switch everything to try to run the Bulls off three-point shots.
Seven-point game.
Now Brad Miller can shoot that 3 as well. They like to roll him back.
Gordon the pump fake, and he's got his 33rd point.
The Celtics can't stop him. I mean, again, you talked about this prowess of their defense, but right now, the Bulls are scoring every time down the floor.
Pierce with 18, a house screen. Miller is on Scalabrine. Timeout. 8 seconds on the shot clock and 105. 105 to play regulation.
Doc Rivers was almost down in front of Vinny Del Negro trying to get that timeout. Scalabrine, the smart play there. He was caught with no place to go.
When we return to the Garden from a quick break, it's Charles Schwab. It's time now for Charles Schwab. It's time to talk.
Well, 8 seconds on the shot clock. If you're the Chicago Bulls, they get a stop. It's a 2-possession game. If you're Boston, they'll probably get the ball in the hands of Paul Pierce. And he's got shooters on the floor with him. He's got Scalabrine, who's knocked some shots down, Eddie House. He's got Ray Allen. Probably get something going to the basket to try to get a foul or kick out for an open 3. But for the Bulls, I think they're going to win this game. They got to get a stop on this possession.
Gordon has 33 points. I mean, the guys that we have watched and circled and talked about the entire 7-game series have once again stepped up and scored and had their fingerprints on this game. You see a reset, and we've had 5 of the previous 6 games decided by a total of 11 points. 4 overtime games and 7 overtime periods. 8 seconds on the shot clock. By the way, Pierce and Allen are a combined 0 of 4 from the field in this fourth quarter, but from the free throw line, they are knocking them down 7 of 8.
Now look for Paul Pierce. Although he's throwing the ball in, chances are he might come and try to get the ball back, turn the corner, drive the ball to the basket. Lindsey Hunter is going to come in.